I always tell people when they ask me like, "What do you do?" I always tell people that I'm a janitor.
All right.
All I do is clean up shit. First of all, it ain't no Illuminati. This is it's a job. Like,
So there's no Illuminati.
that was a job. Some people are more passionate than others. 18 months as an artist in the music industry can literally change your life.
Yeah.
You can go out and make a good 7 to 18, 25 million in 2 years. The Grammys is like seasoning sometimes.
Okay. So basically, NBA versus park ball. On the park, you can be free, like you can hoop, like.
It could be park ball versus like the European League.
Okay. Somebody put a gun to your head, and you had to rap the first verse of any song, verbatim, can't miss a word. What song you choosing?
One of my favorite songs is a song from Ice Cube called My Summer Vacation.
What's good, people? It's your boy, Way More Fly Than You, man. We back. Another episode, Audio Dope Podcast. Episode, I think this is 7. This is 7. Shout out to my co-host, man, Teddy Harris. You know what I'm saying? Sitting in for Teddy Harris. We have a very special guest. I just shot my shot. Pause. I shot my shot and I asked, you know what I'm saying? Will he join me for a little conversation? I ain't gonna lie, you seem like a nigga that just don't do shit like this.
I mean,
am I right or wrong?
Yes and no. Yeah, I do it, man. But it's like a lot of podcasts. I'm just not interested in doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
I'm just like I don't sit on a lot of panels.
Yeah.
I try. I've already done it.
I got you. I got you. Okay.
It.
Well, for the people that don't know who you are, please introduce yourself, good brother.
My name is Corey Sparks, Vice President Urban Promotion at Warner Records.
Nice.
Based out of Atlanta.
Vice President Urban Records for novice people.
Vice President Urban Promotions at Warner Records.
Urban Promotions. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. So for somebody who is not knowledgeable of the record business, what exactly does that title mean?
Well, I always tell people when they ask me like, "What do you do?" I always tell people that I'm a janitor.
All right.
All I do is clean up shit.
Right. Okay.
But what we do in Urban Promo is we promote our urban acts that are at the label. That is through radio promotion. That is through content promotion.
Okay.
Promo tours, touring, logistics, everything from A to Z to get the artist from A to Z.
Got you. Okay. It does that involve that's not the A&R side of things?
That's not the end. The A&R side is the music. We have to take the music. We take the music and we try to merge the music with the talent and try to make something special.
Now, before we got here, I knew absolutely nothing about what you did. I knew that you worked for a label, and that's the kind of conversation that I definitely wanted to have. But now knowing exactly what you do, this is definitely going to be interesting because I got some shit I want to ask you. But yeah, thank you, bro. I really appreciate you, taking your time out, you know what I'm saying, to kick it with us. We're going to start my first segment. It's called New Dope, right? So New Dope is about like anything new that you're listening to. It could be a song. It could be an album. It could be some artwork that you like recently stumbled upon. It could be a restaurant. Anything new that you kind of want to share.
I'm going to keep it music because I'm a music guy.
For sure.
First thing I would do is like, I got to promote my own artist.
Okay.
So this kid that we got, his name is Jamie. He's out of Seattle, Washington. Dope R&B lover boy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Got his shit popping. We got Alex Isley that's dropping a project next year.
Nice.
Ernie Isley's daughter from the legendary Isley Brothers.
Okay.
We got this girl from Atlanta, BK the Ruler, who's making a lot of noise.
Okay.
Streaming a million streams a week, just doing big noise with this record called Big Feeling. And we got this new kid, this R&B kid from London named Nipper Man that's making a lot of noise, and we just chipping away at the R&B landscape.
Yeah.
Now outside of Warner, it's this boy from Baton Rouge named Headband. He just signed with my partners at Hitmaker.
Okay.
And that boy has just put out records, man. Shout out to my boy Super Mike in Baton Rouge. And I called Super Mike. I heard this record. I saw it trending. I saw it Shazamming. And I just called Super Mike in Baton Rouge because we're all a community. Most of our guys in radio and like promotion. And I'm like, yo, who is this Headband nigga? You know what I'm saying? He's like, And next time I know, it was a bidding war. And we was in the bidding war, but he ended up going to Hitmaker. But congrats to him, man. That boy making a lot of noise.
Okay. So when you say Hitmaker has his own label.
No. It's a label called
Hitmaker. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Not to be confused with the producer. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now, with promotions, because this is like brand recognition.
Correct.
This is, just pretty much tying the consumer to the artist to get the artist as well known as possible.
Correct.
What type of analytics do you all kind of go off of to track like how you target touring and promotions, what cities you hit, like, where you want your target, where you want to focus on where your target audience is?
Well, I mean, first of all, I always try to take care of hometown. So wherever that artist is from,
okay, I
want to circle that market as well as that region.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So if we got an artist, if he's from, like, James from Seattle, there's not a lot in Seattle Northwest, but we got to get the West Coast.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But because it's R&B, we can make our way down. If an artist is from Atlanta, we got to have Atlanta. Yeah. Not only we got to have Atlanta, we got to have Macon. We got to have Columbus. We got to have Chattanooga. We got to have all the small markets, tier 2 markets that surrounding the area. If we got an artist from Miami, or shit, if they're from Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have to get those artists and target those spaces. But it's it's a trick bag on where artists can grow from, because to be honest with you, like, for instance, 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz broke out of Memphis.
Really?
He didn't break out of Atlanta.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes, he broke out of Memphis. So it's a lot of artists that we got such a talented city like Atlanta, where there's so many artists, so many talented artists. You got to go somewhere else to be heard, so you can come back home and get those numbers.
Now, when you say broke, what record are we talking about in proximity to time?
For 2 Chainz?
Yeah.
2 Chainz had a record with Yo Gotti called Boo.
Yes.
Off Trappavelli 2 mixtape.
I contributed to probably 500,000 streams of those. Yes.
Shout out to my brother DJ Tech.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I've known him just forever.
Okay.
And he called me and my partner DJ Rocksteady, who based out of Memphis, who was Young Dolph's DJ.
Okay.
And he was just like, yo, do I got something here? And we just started playing a record, and the record started growing. And he went, and 2 Chainz really broke in the chilling circuit.
Yeah.
He broke.
He did.
Little Rock, Fayetteville,
Tallahassee,
Jackson, Mississippi.
Because he came to Tally.
He did all those small markets
until
he came back to Atlanta and really, really popped off.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. That's really interesting, because I'm a music fanatic. You know what I'm saying? And like some of the new stuff I'm listening to now, I know I'm a rap guy, if you haven't known. So like, and I like lyricism. I like, you know what I'm saying, guys that put words together well.
Absolutely.
So I'm currently right now I'm listening to the Ransom and the Bodie James project.
Okay.
That's real dope. It's a quick listen. It's like 7 records on there.
Okay.
I like the A Boogie EP. A Boogie don't get enough credit, bro.
Hey, you know what?
That nigga makes some good ass music, dog.
I haven't really dug my teeth into A Boogie, but I have been to a show.
Yes.
And they love that nigga.
They do, dog. And I don't know,
man.
I don't know if he's independent.
No, he ain't independent. He signed to a label.
Okay.
Yeah,
so because the visibility don't really be there for me. I don't understand why though.
Because I think, is he from New York City?
Yeah, he from High Bridge.
Yeah, they gave him like a proclamation. I went to a show when he did like Hot 97, like Summer Jam one year, and I was like, wow, he like. I think he's one of the headliners. I'm like, I didn't know he was that big of a deal. I had no clue.
Yeah. But in
the Northeast, like that Northeast corridor, they got their own little vibe out there. Just like here, like people don't know why Boosie is big. Like, well, you weren't here because I was outside when Boosie and Webby and Yo Gotti and all these guys were fucking fire. It wasn't just Jeezy. It was all these guys that were making the rounds and just making a lot of noise.
Yes, they were. That's very true. So those are some of the things I'm listening to now. You attended the Grammys.
Absolutely. No, I didn't go this year.
Oh, you didn't go this year? Okay.
We had a showcase. I went to the showcase. Grammys is a lot. It's a lot going on.
For somebody that never been to the Grammys, how could you describe that experience?
I think that if you're a music guy and you grow up watching the Grammys, you kind of want to go just to experience the Grammys.
I know I do. Yeah.
So, and to be honest with you, it ain't hard to get tickets to the Grammys.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have to put that shit on, and you're
Okay.
gonna have it on for a long time.
Like
That's what
6,
people
7
don't
hours.
understand. Yo, the Grammys like 4 or 5 hours, dog.
Damn. Okay.
It's a long time. I had them hard bottom shoes and them heels on and
Yeah.
them dresses on. Don't be shit to eat in that motherfucker. Like, yo, people be there all day. You there all day.
Yeah.
And then there's after parties and you got to get there. It's like, it's a whole big thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, you want to experience it. I experienced it. But I told myself, I'm not going until it's an artist that I help get them there.
Okay.
Or it's my personal artist. I'm not going back until I got something to celebrate.
Gotcha.
For real.
Yeah.
I've already had the experience. I'm cool.
So because I seen this a lot. Like people were saying because they were some awards were announced prior to the Grammys even starting.
Okay.
And for somebody like me, like you don't really understand like why that's the thing. Like because even with the Clips, like I think the Clips got they got their award before, they got their own award on the red carpet.
Absolutely.
So how does that like what is the format? Like how does that even happen?
Well, I mean, you gotta realize too though, like, well, you probably don't. It's so many categories.
Okay.
It's like it's impossible to air all that shit on TV.
I got you. Okay.
And so you got it's a ceremony where they got the Grammys, and then they start announcing because PR teams are there, and it's time zones too.
Okay.
Like, we're 3 hours behind. The Grammys are in LA, so it may be 6 o'clock here, it's 3 o'clock there, but it's a long day, so they got to start cranking that shit out for everybody else. So I mean, it's a telecast. It's the pre-Grammy ceremony. It's in the artists. They find out they win the Grammy. They start tweeting. So the information gets out pretty fast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to do that because if you watch it on TV, it's a 3.5, 4 hour show.
Yeah.
And you still missing some of the awards you don't look. I think that most of our awards should be on there, correct. But it's about 30 other categories they're never gonna make it.
That shit is a long. That's a long ass show, dog.
It's just a long show. Like I'm telling you, as soon as the last award went off, I took the TV. I'm out.
I only be caring about the black people category. No lie, dog. Like album of the year,
album of the year,
rap album of the year,
yeah,
R&B R&B song of the year,
absolutely,
best performance. Rap R&B, like that's it, bro. Once them shits is over, man, I don't give a fuck about Lady Gaga them. I don't. I really don't.
Yeah,
I don't, man.
It's a long show, and I think that people don't really. It's a long day.
Oh, okay.
It's a long day. I mean, because if the Grammy started it's 7, 8 o'clock, that's 5 o'clock. So you have to be in the building
probably
at a certain
before.
time.
Yeah.
Because you have to be seated, especially if you're sitting on the floor, or you can't move until the next commercial break. Yeah, but it's not like I've been to the BET Awards. BET Awards, personally for me, is just a better time.
Okay.
It's a better time. Yeah. It's very festive.
Okay. A lot of niggas too. Like
it's
we make shit fun.
It's festive, and the Grammys is like it's lax seasoning sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, NBA versus park ball, if you will, right? On the park, you can be free, like you can hoop, like
it could be park ball versus like the European League.
Okay, gotcha. That
Euro?
Okay,
yeah, the Euro League.
Ah man,
yeah,
okay.
It's literally like that.
Okay,
Absolutely.
did so any of your projections win? Were you kind of projecting who?
I'm trying to. It shit feel like it happened like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I was rooting for the Clips.
Facts.
I was rooting for Freddie Gibbs, of course.
Love Freddie. Yep.
Yep. But I'm just a fan of the whole. I love to see people get nominated. I love to see people win.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for Kalani that got her shot because she built her career up for a long time and she finally got her Grammy. And I just feel like I love seeing career artists like that they don't pop overnight and it takes time and they grind it out
for sure
and they get there
for sure. As somebody that sits because you said I consider you sitting behind the desk, right?
Yeah, but I be moving around though.
You move around.
Yeah,
okay, so you're the perfect person for me to ask this question. Yeah. Right now, like from the consumer seat, it appears as if the women of today's music are making far more noise than the men.
Okay.
Is that a true statement? And that's the first question.
Okay.
And the second question is, how do you think that is occurring, if that is a true statement?
Well, I will say yes and no. It appears that way, but because you have the Glorillaz who's had crazy success.
Yes.
And but you also it's a male dominated field.
Facts.
Rap and on R&B. So as you get these Glorillaz, it's 10 other guys, and Glorilla deserves the best because I think she's a phenomenal artist, great writer. I mean, Sexy Red. Some of these people they've been hits machine.
Yeah.
For the past couple years.
Mm-hmm.
So you really don't know who's the one. You know what I'm saying? Because we're getting past, like, we got Cardi.
Okay.
We're kind of getting past the other lady. I'm not even going to say her name because there's a lot going on with her. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. Yep.
Yeah. But, you know, like, yo, we have to really, I'm glad that we ushering this new talent. You know what I'm saying? And these women are making phenomenal music. They really embracing the essence of song making and songwriting, which I really appreciate.
Song making for sure.
Yes.
Because well, maybe not. I think that's who you're talking about. So I ain't gonna say her name either. But when you hear records like what Glorilla them is dropping,
Sexy Red too.
Sexy Red is
you
dropping.
can't discount that girl
at all. You know what I'm saying?
cannot.
I know there was a lot of controversy with the Michael Jackson record or whatever, but outside of that
girl been putting out.
Sexy was cranking out bangers.
She had 5 number 1 records.
Yes,
in a row.
That's unheard of.
In a row. Glow had 4 or 5 number 1 records in a row.
Yeah,
they know how to put together records.
Is that so? Now shifting gears a little bit, because that was another question I had for you. Like, as far as like the elements of a hit record, like from an industry standpoint, like what are those elements? What do you need to get a hit record to be a hit? I guess
It could be a gumbo of things. It could be, like, for me, for a hit record is song structure,
okay,
choruses, bridges, something that really stands out. But you also have certain analytical terms that you have to use where got when you put a record out, skip rate, radio strategy,
okay, BPM. Is there a certain BPM that you?
No, I mean it just depends.
Okay,
I mean a cultural relevance. Does the artist matter?
Okay,
like right now, Tip has a record on the mainstream urban chart as well as the R&B chart.
Yeah.
Because of him. He is who he is.
Yeah.
And it shows that how much people missed him and how much he fucking matters.
Yep.
So it just really depends, man. Like, you just really never know. It's records that I never would thought would be number 1 records, and they went number 1. It's records I thought they were fucking smokers, and they make it to 20. And they sizzle out. So you just never know.
And a hit is considered top 10? Like by metrics?
I think a hit is a top 10, top 5 record.
Top 10,
but
top 5,
I mean,
okay.
when we talk about, like, I think it's 2 categories with hits. Like, you got hits. It's records that can go number 1 that don't feel like hits.
Okay.
And then you got Folded.
Yeah.
And then you got the Mud. And then you got whatever Chris Brown record is around, that's been around on the chart for fucking 70 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So those are hits, smashes. They've been around for a long time, man. So you just really, really just have to gauge how it is. Because sometimes the chart is soft.
Okay.
Sometimes the chart is hard, where it's really, really competitive.
Okay. Yeah, because I've always wondered that, like, we, because us commoners, right?
Commoners, man.
We
are regular folks, man.
We are regular, but I think from the standpoint of this conversation, when I say commoners, I'm just talking about people that's everyday, social media users that enjoy music.
Yeah.
We have our own definition of what a hit is, especially when you start talking about like verses and all of this other stuff.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? So when niggas start talking verses and who got 20 records and who don't got 20 records and verses is about hits, people be naming like their favorite records, which I have, gotten to that conversation oftentimes. But I think I'm knowledgeable enough to know what an actual hit record is, right? Like this whole conversation between 50 and T.I. in the verses. Like, I really believe T.I. will smoke his boots.
T.I. will smoke his boots. However, I was there when 50 came out.
I was
like,
as well.
I was like, I remember. See, I was telling somebody the other day. I remember, I think it was 2003.
Yes.
All-Star Weekend in Atlanta.
Yep. Wankster or
this is when Get Rich or Die Trying. It was the second week it came out, but it also was the reemergence of Tip with Bone Crusher Never Scared.
Yep.
That record ran the weekend with the 50 Cent record, not Wankster. It's Your Birthday.
My birthday. Okay. Yeah.
In the club.
Right. In the club.
So those two records, I remember that weekend because those were moments, and we have which we don't have anymore. Which I wish we could get back to having moments.
Yes.
I remember those records because there were moments in time that I just remember. Like, man, I remember going to the record store, which is like not even common to some of the young
What
folks.
record store were you going to? Not to cut you off. What? It was Sam Ash days?
No, it was Tower Records.
Okay, Tower. Okay.
Or I mean, like Best Buy.
Yep.
Used to have sales. Best Buy, Circuit City.
Yep.
You know,
Radio
but
Shack.
radios, but it was always like Tower Records and I don't remember all of
My other one, it was White something. White, not YSF. It was
but it was it is also all the independent record stores too that used to, you had, they would sell it to you early. Like I could get albums on Friday because the album cycle started on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So it just was different, man. Like and I just remember being in town and going to Best Buy, and there was not a 50 Cent album anywhere in Atlanta, and we couldn't find. Like, yo, and I remember us talking, and they're like, yo, he sold 400,000 again. Now there's a thing, especially back then, called a hip hop drop, where you sell big the first week, and the second week it's like a 40 to 60% drop. And the fact that he didn't have that was a big fucking deal. You know what I'm saying? So I think I remember that weekend, but I also remember going to the club. It was the first weekend Visions was open.
This was here.
It's in Atlanta.
Okay.
And I remember all the security guards at the clubs had Never Scared on their sweatshirts and t-shirts. All the security at Visions. And that song rang out the entire weekend. I at the time I was living in Nashville, and I was like, okay, I know what the record is. Yeah. I know what record about to come out of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? That record's about to come out of Atlanta.
And you know why? That's interesting. I just had a thought too. I got to, I'm telling my age. I got to Tallahassee. I went to everybody that listens to me know I wasn't a fan, but I got to Tallahassee in August of 2003. Okay. So I graduated in June, kind of worked a little bit, but I was on the first day smoking August to start school in the fall. When I got on campus, there were two concerts that they talked about the year prior. Okay. Which makes a lot of sense and lines up with your timeline because 50 Cent came to Tallahassee and he performed at Chubby's, which is no longer there for people that live in Tallahassee. And Tip came to Chubby's as well. I don't know if it was the same year. I don't know if it was the same time period. But those are the two concerts that I continuously heard my freshman year. That's what made me want to go to Chubby's. That's what made me want to go to concerts. And that's all that people talked about. So I definitely can understand at that time period, because this is 2002 going into 2003. Like Tip was on his way.
He was signed to Arista. He got dropped by Arista. He put out a lot of mixtapes. In the streets. And he was starting to really pick up his momentum. That record wasn't even his. Right. But I remember, like, I'm a bankhead nigga. I'll take your cookies. And I was just like, oh, man. And I worked, I was on the street team for the first Tip project. Nice. For the first couple Tips projects. So I was on the street team for Arista and Atlantic. So I had the posters. I had all that other stuff. So just seeing his transition, him going out of Arista, like they dropped him and then him coming back and come back with Trap Music, which is one of my favorite albums of all time. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just really seeing that, man, just it was just a full circle moment.
What's a market that surprises you when things start like moving? Like when you got a hit record, what's a market that we probably wouldn't know that actually consumes a lot of music that you never would know?
Or a market that will break an artist?
Yeah, like like when I say market, I'm thinking when I say market, like I think markets they equate that to like cities, like Memphis, Miami,
LA. I was about to say Memphis.
Okay.
I was about to say Memphis, but if you really like Man, Memphis,
Mm-hmm.
Jackson, Mississippi,
Okay.
of course, Atlanta,
Right.
Jacksonville. They're important. For some reason, when you get things bubbling in Duval County,
Oh yeah.
you can really show up on that Shazam tape like that for real.
Okay. So
for real.
Shazam is a big thing.
Yeah, I mean, yo, because you get this because people hear a record, they Shazam it. And when
it's in my control.
Yeah, like what's that? You're like, what's that?
I Shazam
you know what I'm
a lot.
saying?
Yes,
you,
I do.
You're like, what the fuck? I Shazam shit all the time. Like,
Right.
what is that?
Okay.
So
there's an analytics behind Shazam.
It's just analytics behind everything. This is a data. It's always been a data business, even before streaming, and it's just a lot of data.
Okay.
I'm a numbers guy.
Gotcha.
So on top of being, I have to know about really doing hand to hand, which that's my specialty.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to know the numbers to really go to war to fight for your records.
Okay. Damn, that's interesting. Like, and shout out to Duval. Like that's
Duval.
as a Dade nigga. You know what I'm saying? Duval has been our arch rival and nemesis since the beginning of the time.
That's real.
However, whenever we go places where it's Florida versus everybody else, somehow we end up being allies.
Because y'all really like real gutter like
Facts.
Hey, let me tell you something. It's a lot of places I don't play around with. It's a lot of cities I don't
not.
play with. And
Jacksonville is at one of the top of those lists.
Jacksonville, the boys, you not like. It's a lot of cities.
Facts.
Look, I'm from East St. Louis.
Yeah,
I'm cool wherever I go, but it's a lot of cities I do not feel safe.
Yeah,
and Duval County is one of them places.
100%.
And so is Miami.
100%.
Miami's sexy.
100%. Yeah.
Certain parts.
Yeah. Everything across the causeway. Yes.
I say my Fort Lauderdale.
And all the shit that y'all see on, all that shit y'all see on Love and Hip Hop too. Yeah. All of that is safe, but once you cross the causeway,
you will get your motherfucking head cracked to the white meat.
Yes, God.
In both of them cities.
Okay. So that's actually interesting, man. Like I said, shout out to Duval, man. I saw something very interesting on social media. It was DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what podcast he was on. I want to say it might have been Big Boy's Neighborhood, but he was talking about the biggest hip hop record of all time. He was talking about the biggest hip hop record of all time,
Summertime,
and he said his response was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air intro. That was his choice. And I thought it was an interesting conversation because I'm like, I think it's a very, very recognizable song.
It was.
And we have, a lot of the DJs who DJ now, they were once, college town DJs, club DJs. And I remember this wave of DJs that would play these theme songs to fucking shows.
I know a couple. I know
Cheers,
Cheers,
Martin, Fresh Prince,
Different World.
What's the Family Matters.
Yep.
But when we talk about biggest hip hop record of all time, I'm definitely not thinking about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air intro. So my question to you is, what would you deem as the biggest hip hop record? When I say biggest, a song that everybody know. I don't care what color, race, creed, size. Everybody knows this song.
I think everything's generational.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
up until a point. And I have a song, but I want to hear yours.
If you got, I don't really have, because that stuff could be sales, it could be culture, relevance, it could be a lot of different things. So, like some people could say, Eminem Lose Yourself was this big, huge, and it was a huge record.
Right.
You could say In the Club, the same thing. Okay. You could say Summertime.
Okay.
From Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff. Those were huge records. But like you can't, but you gotta realize those records dropped 40 years ago.
Yeah, 30, 40, but yep.
Like literally 35, 40 years ago. Like I think sometimes we get caught up in the years and don't realize like it's 20, like this is before the internet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we weren't consuming as much then as we are now. It's hard to make one of those records now. I can't think of a theme song now of a show because some of them don't even have them anymore.
Yeah.
Or if we got a record, a smash record, I can't tell you my biggest played record that was of last year. You know what I'm saying? Like on our label, we have Teddy Swims, and Teddy Swims got this huge ballistic record, Lose Control.
Yeah.
And it's just like, holy shit! But it's so many of those because it's so much music. It's so many things to pull from. It's hard. So I think it's a cultural thing. It's a sales thing. It's a numbers thing. I think it's a generation. It just really depends on.
So you don't have one hip hop record that you would say this would be my biggest. This, if I had to choose, it would be this.
No,
I would have to say Big Papa.
Really,
Notorious Big.
I remember when it came
I
out.
don't give a fuck where you at, who you are, white, black, orange, green, purple. If Big Papa come on, you know at least the first 16 bars. Everybody.
But I also remember, like, Ambitions of a Rider.
Okay.
When Pac dropped his All Eyes on Me.
Yep.
And I remember like putting that CD in my car and be like, holy shit.
Right.
Just like I remember when I heard Juicy for the first time.
Yep. That's another one.
Summertime. For I remember like people that sometimes was an anthem.
It is, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
California Love.
California Love.
California Love is
like,
one of those.
Like I mean, it's so many different records. I don't have a favorite.
Okay.
Like a hip hop record. It's so much music, man. And it's hard for me to just like distinguish like
Gin and Juice.
Like people don't even understand like how big Snoop Dogg was.
Just and he carried.
The nigga was on the cover of Time magazine the week his album dropped, dog.
Yep.
Time magazine. He was about to drop the #1 album in the country, and he was on trial for murder
and beat it.
Like that was a big deal.
Yes, and
that was a big deal. And we didn't have access to music videos, none of that shit like that, like we have now.
Yeah,
like you had to literally, if the video was on, somebody to call you, hey, yo, this Gin and Juice video is on MTV right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just different. It's just different times.
Let's just say somebody put a gun to your head and you had to rap the first verse of any song verbatim.
It's a lot. I got a lot.
Can't miss a word.
I got a lot.
What song you choosing?
The first verse of any song?
First verse, yeah.
One of my favorite songs, and I'm a St. Louis kid.
Okay.
Is a song from Ice Cube called My Summer Vacation.
Okay.
But,
wait, what Ice Cube from LA?
But the song is about St. Louis.
Oh, okay, got you.
It's about how it's a real life tale about how LA people invaded St. Louis and started selling dope in St. Louis and then got ran out.
Damn.
Like it's a real story behind it. It's on the Death Certificate album. And I know that song like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
But Biggie's whole first album.
Okay.
Nas' first album. And don't even my goat is Jay-Z.
Of course. Like,
so how you want to play
I'm a Hove venture.
Yo, like Hove, when it comes to me is that, he's the top of the mountain for me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like I'm a hip hop and R&B head.
Okay.
I've always loved music. I'm in the right profession.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've always wanted to do it. I'm still passionate after 20 plus years in this business.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I still love the game.
Nice.
It ain't kind. It ain't nice. It's a nasty business. But I still love the music. That's what all comes down to, the music.
I probably would choose T.I. Let's Get Away.
As one of the, hold your hands to that?
Yeah. First verse.
Man, I could do trap music. I can be easy.
First verse, yes.
I could do Shoulder Lean by Dro.
Oh, yeah.
We could do a host of Atlanta shit. I could do a host of if we gonna take it, I could do some of that shit. Country Grammar, Air Force Ones.
Now, okay, so I'm glad you brought that up. So were you in St. Louis when Country Grammar was released?
I was in Nashville.
You was in
I
Nashville.
lived in Nashville. I was in grad school.
Okay. Because I was gonna ask how impactful was Nelly to St. Louis during that time?
Huge.
Yeah.
You gotta like Nelly. You know, it's funny. I started my career doing street team.
Okay.
So I was on the Universal Street Team, and I remember them. That album came out the same week as Little Kim.
Which hardcore? No,
Her second
album. Was that La Femme?
And it smoked it.
Yeah,
smoked it. And
what was
then
Lil Kim's second album? Keep going. I'm gonna listen.
And then the second week, it smoked it again. It smoked whoever that came out again.
Damn.
And nobody saw it because hey man, because to be honest with you, Nelly wasn't the most popular lunatic out of the crew.
Really?
No. At first, it was Ali. Ali was the guy.
That's why he's so mad.
Yes. Ali was the guy.
That makes sense then.
Ali was the guy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He was the guy.
And he says this because
I was the guy.
I love, when I tell you I love Nelly, I love the Saint Lunatics. I love that whole era because I was old enough to understand lyrics. I was in high school, going to college, like all of these. I think I was in the 9th grade when Country Grammar first came out. But when like Nelly started really, really bubbling, like I was old enough to listen to this music.
Absolutely.
So, but to hear, to be present during that time and then to hear Ali talk about how he was bigger than Nelly, it's just like, nigga.
Ali was supposed to go.
Got you.
It was his, he was to go, but they chose to go with Nelly because they felt like he had the records. But Ali,
he had the record, he had the look. He
had the look, but you don't really. Ali had the look too, but it was like Nelly had the records, and they're like, okay, we're gonna go with this kid, and then we'll do the whole St. Louis Lunatic scene. That album, they went 4 or 5 singles on that album.
Oh yeah, but I can't see. I'm just thinking about Ali at that time, right? Because
in St. Louis,
as far as the look, okay, in St. Louis, that's a different perspective.
It was Ali. It was Ali.
Okay,
and I wasn't even live. I wasn't even. I was by the time I'm down south.
Yeah,
and I know that I'm calling people, and I'm like, it was like, man, we didn't think it was gonna be. Everybody knew it was Ali.
Yeah, okay.
You think about the St. Louis?
That make a lot of sense. Why the nigga so mad? Well, that nigga mad. Well,
I hate that happen, but you know, hey man,
he is upset. Okay,
very big mad.
So right now, right? Are records being broken on TikTok?
I mean, yes, temporarily, but it don't
temporarily.
Matter. Temporarily. Okay. So the thing about TikTok is that, you know, it's a viral moment.
Okay.
Viral moments don't last long. You know, I always say, like, if something happens online, it's a pretty good chance you probably gonna forget about it in probably 48 hours.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just like we talk about the Grammys. To me, the Grammys feel like they happened like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
There's so much shit didn't happen since the Grammys. Was it 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that you know, TikTok is good for the viral moments, but if you want to build a career, you have to literally it's a lot of steps. And I always say, and we talk about it amongst ourselves within the companies, all the pieces matter.
Okay.
You know, of course you need the record, but you also need marketing. You also need your radio strategy. You know, also need promotional support. Okay. Because one record is not going to build your career. You know what I'm saying? And if that record fizzles out in the next, 3 to 6 months, you may go get some money for 6 months. When last time you heard somebody bump Tommy Richmond, was it Hollywood Baby? What I forgot where everybody was playing.
Oh, that record, I forgot about that.
That's what I'm saying. That record was huge. Yeah. That record was fucking huge. And no one knows who he is now. Because it was such a viral record. Yeah. But when you have records that go that fast, the thing what a lot of artists don't understand, you got to be ready. So the next thing you asking, okay, where's the next record?
Okay.
So if you ain't ready, If you don't have it, if you don't have that even tooled up, you're not ready.
So what we're seeing now is just an insurgence of temporary moments on TikTok. Like
They're temporary moments. Your record can do well on TikTok for only for so long. You
Okay.
need radio. Radio make the stars.
Hmm.
There's not one fucking star that didn't come from radio. There's not all the stars come from radio. Throw them out. Taylor, radio. Beyonce, radio. Chris Brown, radio. Drake, radio. Kendrick, radio.
Yep.
All the biggest stars are radio
radio.
stars. The smashes come because it's different. It's a different analytic, and you have you have to deal with real people who have real ears that know how to judge records, and then you have the data that backs it up.
So, and I always wanted to know this. So, because I do know that there's funding that's put behind pushing a record on the radio. What does pushing radio actually mean?
Well, you have to. Okay, so look, everything that you do within any promotional department requires money.
Yeah, for sure.
Including digital,
Yep.
including content seeding. Everything is something. So radio is the same thing. You may have to move that artist around. You may have to do promotional events. Okay, cool. You know what? You think it's a promotional event, but you got to get the artist and his team to Miami, to Chicago, hotel fare, like rental cars. All this stuff matters. All that shit costs money. You might have to do. You know what? I'm gonna sponsor you guys coat drive. I'm gonna do whatever we can do to push this record up the chart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we do all kind of promotional campaigns to make it happen. People just think you just coming in there with a brown paper bag.
That's what I was asking.
Nah,
because I'm like,
no.
okay, so when you say push the record, you're giving the radio stations money to play the record, or it's everything around that?
You don't give a radio station to play money right now. Back when you used to do like time, you could buy you used to buy commercials just to get your record on the air. Buy commercials, and then the station would decide if they want to put the record on air.
Right.
But it was in the contract that they don't have to do that, and a lot of times they didn't. You have to have statistics. When we go talk to people at radio, which I had meetings today. Like you have to go in there with statistics, stats. Okay, who else is playing? Who else is playing this record? You got to go through all that shit. They don't want to just hear, "Hey, play my song," this and that, because what you're doing is you fucking up their playlist, which is pretty much their algorithm.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to go. These are the guys, like streaming, you can just throw shit and hope it sticks because they don't really have a chart system at Spotify or at Apple. They have one, but it's not like it is on MediaBase. MediaBase is hard. This is what it is at radio. These different formats, blase, blase. And you have to have a strategy to work your record up the chart.
So when we see, I'm number one on iTunes, I'm number one on Apple Music, I'm number one on Spotify, like how that's just off of streams, correct?
That's it. Well, on iTunes, it could be, I think it's off the sale because they still sell music on iTunes.
Right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Now streams, like you have to account. A lot of artists now, they want Billboard.
Okay.
They want number one on Billboard, and that's a whole gumbo pot of streams and radio play and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So you have to factor in all that stuff. But I mean, you can't discount what they do with iTunes. But your record may be number one on iTunes the day it comes out, and maybe number 31 on Tuesday next week.
So Apple Music, I'm not gonna say it don't matter. But
It
matters.
Everything matters.
Okay, everything matters.
Everything matters.
But when an artist is like, I'm number one on iTunes, like, are the labels looking like is that a win? Everything
matters.
Okay.
Everything, because it's all talking points. It's all a strategy. If the single's not doing shit, that's when you need to be concerned.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we go back and forth about, hey, like, what do I have to do to get? Okay, it's a lot of music out. It's a lot of artists that don't blip on the chart.
They don't.
So if you get a top 5 record on MediaBase, on an R&B chart, on an urban chart, or if you start trending heavy in streaming on Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, everybody got their own shit.
Okay.
Apple, like, it matters because it ain't easy.
Yeah, for sure.
It ain't fucking easy. Like it's a lot of music out here, man.
The bulk of the label's return, if you can answer this question, because I got a whole bunch of questions I've always wanted to ask, right? So the bulk of the label's return comes from what avenue? Is it and is that determined by the artist's contract?
You mean bulk of our return?
Yeah, when we hear artists get these big advances, such and such signed for 1.5 million, right? Mm-hmm. They signed with Def Jam or whoever, you know what I'm saying? And, from my experience and understanding, that's an advance. That's typically like a loan. Or can be.
It can be. Or it could be, I'm going to say it like this. Mm-hmm. Anywhere you go, it could be a loan or you can have leverage.
Okay.
Now, if I have leverage, I can ask for pretty much, they're going to give me anything I want because I have leverage. But if I don't have a leverage, but I have potential, they can give me that $1 million. They're not just giving out $1 million. This is not the old days.
Okay.
It's like giving you fucking $1 million.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But if you got leverage and there's a bidding war, they may give you some money, and then they're gonna put another $1 million on your recording budget, and they're gonna put another probably $250, $500 on your marketing budget. But you got to produce, okay, and then you can hit once you hit certain benchmarks, you can unlock certain money in your contract.
Okay.
But you got to deliver.
But what is that? So what is that when you say, damn, I just lost my train of thought. I know you say you hit different benchmarks.
Yeah. Let's say if you go platinum.
What is the leverage? That's what it is. Leverage. Sorry to cut you off. What does that leverage look like? Is that just, followers on social media? You got the record? You got the, what?
Okay,
what is...
okay, well, I'm going to go back to the boy, and I don't know the structure of his deal. The kid headband out of Baton Rouge.
Gotcha.
So I started seeing this record pop up on Shazam in all these different markets. And I'm talking about New York, kids from Baton Rouge, New York City, Atlanta, Miami, Chicago, LA. It started popping up, and I'm just like, man, who the fuck is this kid? Then I looked on radio, and the reason why his record went on the chart is because it hadn't been registered. Because that's how, so they got the record registered right now. I think it's top 15 already. But what they did was they came in with so much leverage because they got a buzz. He already been dropping records. I think this record was off a project.
Oh, okay.
The record's called Boo.
Okay.
So now when everybody calling you, when everybody wants you, you can pick and choose what you want. Pick and choose
because they did a lot of the groundwork already.
Yeah, a lot of the groundwork, and you got it's again it goes back. A lot of records come out and don't do shit. And this in and out of labels. Everybody drop duds around this motherfucker. Okay. It ain't just independents.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? It's majors and indies drop duds. So if you got a smoker. And if I'm at a label and I got the team and you got a smoker, and I can bring you in. We can get this shit popping right now. Okay, if the price isn't too ginormous and it makes sense, and I got confidence in our team, our staff, whatever, to get this shit done, you pay it. Or the label may overpay because they just at the time they may just lack talent.
I got you.
They may need talent in the building, so they're like, let's just go ahead and get this shit. Let's give them this money and let's run this up the chart.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's obviously it's great to have leverage coming
Always
in.
Great to have leverage,
right? How once you have that leverage, at what point do you come into play? Like your team, your department, once they sign the artist, at what point do you kind of come into play?
I mean, we have to collaborate together. Okay, what do we see? First of all, what is this artist?
Right?
Is he R&B? Is he mainstream? Is he rhythm?
Okay.
Is he top 40? Okay. Where is he from? Where is it? Who is he aligned with? Is he aligned with anybody?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what has he done? What kind of personality does he have? Can we put him in front of people Does he know how to shine? Can he perform? Does he need help performing? Does he need Does he have stage presence? Do we have to put him in training for stage presence?
Damn.
Do we like all these? When I say all the pieces matter, I've been independent and I work for majors. Yo, it takes a village to break an artist.
Got you.
It takes a village.
What's the last artist that y'all broke?
That we broke at Warner?
That worked.
Well, I want to say this. I worked at Epic Records for 11 and a half years.
Okay.
Future, Travis Scott,
of course.
Yo Gotti,
Yeah.
DJ Khaled,
Okay.
and Giveon.
Shit.
So I did all those campaigns that helped really elevate my career to a whole nother height. I did literally from the first Future album until I Never Liked You. I left the company when I Never Liked You dropped.
So is this Future? Is this Future? Is this Ain't No Way Around It Future?
Yeah, yes, all the old Future shit. Like,
oh man,
yes,
you was in the cusp.
Yes, well,
that's when I first. That's the record that introduced me to Future. Ain't No Way Around It.
When I first got in the crazy when I was at Epic is that Future wasn't even the guy. It was Cash Out that was the guy.
I remember Cash Out.
Cash Out was the guy. Future had Magic with Tip,
out.
But Cash Out had Heat. And he was the one, and at the time that he was selling because that's when iTunes was such a big part before everybody all the way went to streaming.
Okay,
so people were still buying singles for 99 cents on iTunes.
Yep, I had an iPod.
But yo, Future was like I would say like Future. Our team at Epic did a Future, Travis Scott.
Okay,
we did some amazing campaigns with Khaled. We got Gotti, his first #1 album, because he had been doing label Limbo for a long time.
Is that I Am?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The I Am album.
I like I Am.
Yep.
I Am was a good album.
Yep. And the first two Giveon projects.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And those were not easy. Those were not easy pulls. We had to really get our hands into, we get really dirty with it, man. And so like over here at Warner, where we have NLE Chopper, we have Sweetie, you know what I'm saying? We got all these new kids, and we're just now revving up to try to break these new artists that we have. And it's a hard strategy. It's not easy work.
Gotcha.
To make the world like somebody. It's a lot of artists out here. A lot of competition.
As being in the industry, as somebody that is active on social media, like I'm pretty sure you see the conversations that occur amongst the commoners
about industry, about music.
Yeah, about the music.
It should be hilarious.
I know. That's why I'm asking you. Like, what are some of the misconceptions that you probably have seen that you kind of want to share? Or what's like just something outlandish that you've seen that's like, yo, that doesn't happen.
Hey man, first of all, it ain't no fucking Illuminati. This is it's a fucking job. Now. Like,
so there's no Illuminati.
That was a fucking job. It's a like, look now, like every job is
politics.
It's politics, but it's also some people more passionate than others.
Okay, like
people that work in certain departments aren't as passionate as people that work in the promotion department.
Okay,
they're like, yo, like the people in the legal department just like, hey, it's all paperwork for them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So. People that think of these labels or these evil, we're people.
Okay.
We're regular. These motherfuckers. And to be honest with you, to keep it a bean, like, everybody that work at regular labels ain't fucking cool.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers be squares.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers don't want to do shit. You be surprised. Like, yo, you might go to a record label and it's like, yo, it's like mad quiet in here. Like, what the fuck? It feels like a bank.
I think Cat Williams got everybody thinking it's Illuminati.
Yo, everybody be thinking like, yo, what the fuck? Y'all niggas.
You gotta sell your soul, man. You gotta kill a goat.
These are regular. They be hella. These folks got families and shit, man.
They go home.
Like, now look, some of us like notoriously A&R and promo. We've always been the crazy department.
Gotcha.
We've always been the crazy motherfuckers throughout history. The promo guys. And our guys have always been notoriously the hard partiers, we do all the things.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But them other departments, man, they don't be doing. The dudes that work in the art department going home at 5:00.
Yeah. Dude, second to last question. Not because you brought up the Illuminati, and I think that's hilarious.
That's hilarious to me. Like, these are real life regular motherfuckers, man. You have no. They be going home. They be like, they punching the clock. They like, I'm out of here.
Do industry plants exist?
What's the industry plant?
Like, so we've seen certain conversations, like, you know, whenever somebody comes out of nowhere and does exceptional. Doechii was the last.
No one comes out of nowhere.
I know. I understand. I understand that. I'm asking from the standpoint of an uninformed individual, because Doechii has gotten that label that she's an industry plant. Sexy Red has gotten that title. No one. At one point in time, Jack Harlow. They were saying Jack Harlow was an industry plant.
That's a fucking lie.
I know. Nobody comes out of nowhere. Thank you for saying that.
No one ever knows about the 40, 50 duds you put out before you get a smoker.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like, I think, you know, people don't realize the resilience that a lot of artists have.
Okay.
And you have to have, it's almost like a quarterback throwing interceptions. You have to have a short memory.
Yeah.
You really have to go out and just say, because I'm an excellent nose. I'm busy. I'm black and white.
Yeah.
I'm not a creative. I'm a numbers guy. I love music, but I'm not a creative.
Right.
So I could not imagine putting my heart and soul into a song and somebody tell me, that shit whack. But however, as an artist, this is the job. This is the life you chose.
Right.
You know, it's the same way when they give me a record and like, Corey, you and your crew go get it.
Yeah.
And we just gotta fucking figure it out.
I got you.
We gotta figure it out.
Before we close, man, I just want to ask, like, if there's any piece of valuable advice that you would give an up and coming artist or somebody that's, you know, they at that breaking point of, man, I don't even know if I want to do this shit no more. Is it working? Will it work? Like, what would that piece of advice be
for an artist?
Yeah. And not the surface shit, not to keep going.
No.
Keep going first, like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Don't let the glasses fool you.
I got you. Okay.
Don't let the glasses fool you. I am totally not that guy.
Yeah.
I would always say the leverage matters.
Okay.
That it's definitely a marathon.
Okay.
And you have to be able to take criticism.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you cannot, especially from the greats, like, it's people that's going to come into your shit and tell you what to do. And for a long time, you're just gonna have to take it and like just really listen to whatever feedback somebody has.
Okay.
For a long time until you finally catch a record or catch your groove, your motion. But as an artist, man, like, you really have to surround yourself with opportunity.
Nice.
Like, you have to really. I would, for instance, like LaRussell. I don't love his music.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
But one thing he's consistent, he's persistent.
Yep.
And that shit will get you a long way.
As we see.
If you and also it tightens your craft.
Yeah.
You have to continually do the work to tighten your craft.
Absolutely.
Whatever you're trying to do, even if you want to be on the business end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to do all the things that motherfuckers say they don't want to do.
Okay.
You know, me, when I came into the business, I was coming from a B market, which I was in Nashville before I got my first job. I've never interviewed in my entire career.
Yeah.
I've always been recruited.
Nice.
But you have to consistently do things that others don't want to do. It's a lot of artists that are very, very talented that just don't have the drive or they don't have the personalities. When they walk in the rooms, they dry. You know what I'm saying? They don't want it bad. They're talented, but they don't want it bad. You can tell they don't want it bad enough. Yeah. They don't want to work. This is look, dog. If this ain't what you want to do, right. Like, I've had conversations with artists. If this ain't what you want to do,
stop wasting my time.
Go to Amazon, bro. Like, real talk. Like, yo, you can go do something else. But if you want to be in this shit, and I always say, hey, yo, 18 months as an artist in the music industry can literally change your life.
Yeah.
You can set the trajectory of your life in 2 years.
Nice.
You can go out and make a good 7 to 18, 25 million in 2 years if you got in your career, and then you could sizzle down
Yeah.
for the next 5 years, make you some money, you can fucking vanish, and then you may be 27, 28 when you done, but you done.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And it's just, hey man, like I think a lot of artists, you have to be long-term thinkers. You have to, like I say, when you're being consistent and persistent, it's just a day-to-day grind.
Gotcha.
Day-to-day grind.
Listen, man, I really appreciate you spending time with us here today, man. Thank you so much. For those that don't know, like your social media handles, if you want to put those out, if you got, again, artists that you want to push out, like now's the time to do that.
Social media handles Corey Sparks, Cory, Corey with no E.
Okay.
Corey Sparks. That's Instagram. That's Twitter. I don't know what X is.
Yeah.
That's Facebook. That's
sure.
Threads. Also, Jammin' Sweet Nothings in stores. Alex Ozzy project drops March 20th.
Okay.
And we got a lot of exciting things coming out of Warner Records.
Nice, man. Listen, bro, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. This is Audio Dope Podcast, man. Your boy way more fly than you, man. This is episode 7 with Mr. Corey Sparks. Thank y'all for listening.